Geyser Ultrachef Video Manual. Please read the warnings carefully and follow the instructions provided in this video guide. Check that the power supply voltages are compatible with those of your system.
More than chef. With Ultrachef, perfection is served. Cook innovation, taste emotion. More than chef. Ultrachef.
Once you turn on the susvid, you'll see the Start screen, from which you can access the following menus. Edit current recipe, editable preset recipes, settings, and the Start button to begin the cooking cycle. On the left side of the display, you'll find the value set for the recipe. At the top, you can check the set cooking time, and in the middle, the set cooking temperature. Right after that, if activated, you'll find the core probe set point, and finally the set water circulation speed. If the level arrow is pointing up, the water level is sufficient. Otherwise, you'll need to add more water. By pressing the Settings button, you'll access the Settings menu.
The first button allows you to activate or deactivate the core probe. This probe is not included as standard equipment. If your soup cooker doesn't have it and you activate this option, the soup cooker will trigger an alarm when the cooking cycle starts. The second button allows you to activate or deactivate the hold function, which keeps the food safe after cooking is finished. Attention! At the end of cooking, Geyser emits audible alerts for 5 minutes. If the operator does not intervene within this time, the device automatically adjusts the temperature, lowering or raising it, until it reaches a safe value. A holding temperature, thus preventing the food from spoiling. The third button allows you to change the unit of measurement from Celsius, C, to Fahrenheit, F. The fourth button lets you set the water preheating to a temperature higher than the cooking temperature. This function is useful for compensating for the drop in temperature that occurs when you place the food in the tank, often while it's still frozen. With the fifth button, you can set a delayed start for the cooking cycle. For example, you can set it to start in 12 hours. If the preheating function is enabled, the system will automatically perform it at the beginning of the cycle. Remember, at any time you can start cooking immediately by simply pressing the Start button. At the end of the preheating, the SUS cooker will alert you with an acoustic signal and maintain the set temperature. When you add cold food, if the temperature change is significant enough, it will automatically switch to cooking mode. If not, just press Start. However, it is always recommended to press Start for safety. To stop the cycle, press Stop. The sixth button allows you to view the cooking cycle statistics. You can also check this data while the cycle is running, once the cooking temperature has been reached. The statistics include both the temperature of the tank and the core temperature detected by the probe.
To use the preheating and delayed start functions, follow these steps. First, select the desired recipe. Activate the preheat button and set the temperature in the dedicated menu.
To save the new parameters, simply press OK on the settings screen. Next, press the forward button, the one with the 2 arrows, to exit or move to the next menu.
Next, activate the delayed start and set the desired temperature or time. At this point, press Start. While waiting, the display will flash to indicate that the cycle is scheduled. If you press Start again at this moment, a screen will appear asking if you want to start the cycle immediately in manual mode. Remember, the 2 menus can also be used separately. You don't have to activate them together. Continuing on the settings screen and pressing the forward button takes you to the next page, which contains additional configuration options. The first button is used to go back to the previous screen. The second one lets you adjust the display contrast. The third one locks recipe editing, to prevent unwanted changes. With the fourth button, you can change the language of the soup cooker menus. The fifth button allows you to restore factory settings. The sixth button, on the other hand, is used to enable or disable the sound signals. Continuing on the settings screen and pressing the forward button takes you to the next page. Button number 7 is dedicated to technical support service. It contains useful data for analyzing the use of the device, such as the total number of cycles, the maximum, average, and minimum temperatures reached, the total working time at set points, the average timer set by the user, and the overall operating time, including heating. With button number 8, you can access the information needed to contact support. Finally, button number 9 allows you to enter special menus reserved for technical support centers, which are password protected. To start a work cycle, follow these steps. From the main screen, press the recipe button to access the settings. Set the time, temperature, core probe if activated, and the fan circulation speed. Remember, after each setting, always press the OK button to save the data. Before moving on to the next parameter. Once all the parameters are set, the system will return to the main screen. Before pressing start to begin the cycle, check that the water level in the tank is sufficient and falls between the minimum and maximum marks indicated on the fan cover. Never turn on the unit when it is lying on its side. The level sensor might detect a correct value, but the circulator could be damaged if cooking is started anyway. Also, be careful not to drop the cooker into the water. This could damage it and be potentially dangerous. If this happens, unplug it immediately and contact customer support.